without passion and without the drive, you're just never going to succeed and get to where you want to get yourself to. My name is Max Shumeyko, and I'm the owner and founder of Detail Driven. Detail Driven as a company started off about a year and a half ago. So that's when we rebranded to the title Detail Driven. Before that, we were formerly known as MX Auto Care. It was a decision that we had made due to issues that we were running into with the original name. People nowadays on the internet do not want to read past your business name. They saw auto care and they right away assumed we are a automotive repair shop. So me and my wife have decided to sit down and rebrand. And ever since we made that shift from MX Auto Care to Detail Driven, that problem has been completely solved. Now we're strictly associated with details that drive us. My background and education is just high school. That's all I could get through. I was always a hands-on guy. I've dreamed about going to college. Originally, I wanted to be an engineer, but education and memorizing is not my strong suit. Hands-on is where I'm really, really good at, where I can pick up a polisher, do a couple test runs, learn from my mistakes, and go on and improve my skill that way. One of the biggest hardships was quitting my real job. It was a steady paycheck. Every 2 weeks, you had an income coming in, you had benefits, but it had come to a point where I've been working night shift at the warehouse, coming home, sleeping for about 3 to 4 hours, getting up in the morning, cleaning cars, and then going back to night work. So I've done that for a few years, and it just came to a point where I had to make that leap of faith by quitting my real job and pursuing my passion of starting up this business. So I remember myself, I had a Porsche sitting in my garage right here in Bridgewater, and I'm just making laps around it. My fingers were cold because I knew, like, if I quit now, there's no going back. One day I called up my manager and I told him, Neil, I'm not coming into work today. And he said, what do you mean? I said, I'm quitting. And he told me, Max, you're burning a bridge. You can't do that. And I said, if I don't do this now, I'll never do it. And that was one of the hardest decisions that I've made, but it was definitely worth it looking back now. The car community has helped me greatly. So back when I started the business, I was coming up with ideas of how I can market myself to the local car community, because my passion for cars, I specifically wanted to target car enthusiasts that wanted to make their cars look great. There are many businesses that'll start up and just strictly focus on detailing, shampooing carpets, cleaning up the interior, but I wanted to make a Porsche 911 look the best that I can. I wanted to take hot rods and make them look the best that they possibly can. So what I realized was there was no Cars and Coffee here locally. I hopped on Facebook, created a Facebook page, started inviting a bunch of people, and we started Cars and Coffee of Harrisonburg. And fast forward a couple years, that group has grown pretty well, and I use that to piggyback off of to get to know other people that have a passion for cars, that wanted them to look good. And by working on their vehicles, they've introduced me to their friends, their families, and since then, it's just been history. So one of the best things that has happened starting up this business is simply meeting the people that I have met thus far. I never thought that starting up a business like this would open up so much opportunities, but the fact of meeting people and then being invited to certain car rallies and drives and events and so on and so forth has definitely been a game changer. Because at the end of the day, you can polish cars, collect a little bit of money, and go home, but the fact that you can reflect on and have new friends that you've made through this industry and through this business, that goes a long way. My advice to those people that are pursuing a passion and potentially turning that into a business is, first off, definitely don't think that, hey, I want to do X, Y, and Z, and that's going to make money for us. Study out your area, where you're located, potential competition. Look at it from a business side perspective. And if that seems like it is a viable thing, then go hard at it, pursue it, work as hard as you can. I remember I would spend hours and hours of just researching the marketing side, researching of how to do the best work that we possibly can, getting little sleep. I mean, the grind was real, but without passion and without the drive, you're just never going to succeed and get to where you want to get yourself to.